Welcome back to 150 bucks with Ghostman. Today I'm in the library. I'm downtown with it. Life, relationships. Those of you in a relationship, I commend you all. It is not very easy. Um, when everybody is different, especially in perspective, especially with the person you dating, everybody see things and went through things that you happen. So some things you don't understand. What may trigger a person, especially that you're dating that you haven't known your whole entire life, because you are a main character living your life and trying to figure out your feelings and your own personal emotions. And I just want to touch on the subject. I'm not a love expert or nothing, but I just want to touch on the subject of respecting your partner. Um, Always make sure that you're being very mindful with every action given and taken, because some things you do, it may trigger an old memory or something that you may think is nothing, but to them that's everything. And that may go both ways in a relationship. Always be mindful of the people who don't respect you when you say something the first time. You said something the first time, that should be that, but people like to push buttons, and which is a very toxic thing to do in a relationship. It's very unhealthy. Then you put yourself in a position where you don't know if you could trust this person, or is this person good for you, or a lot of negative questioning. And 98% of your thoughts is not your own thoughts. It's thoughts given to you by somebody else, rather if it's a parent, a lover, a friend, or television, television, telling lies to your vision to make you think this is your reality or how relationships should go. Um, be very mindful of those you hold dearly. Don't play too much with the wrong people. You know, it's certain levels and there's limits, but know the boundary. And I'm really speaking on myself and others I know, but really more so on myself, because that's who I mostly reflect off of when I make videos like this. Because not everybody has your same level of playing. And sometimes for me, I may come from playing to getting serious, because it's like, okay, I get we was playing, but come on, where to respect that while we playing? And that went both ways with my personal situation, which I won't get into. But yeah, I just have to make sure that y'all being very understanding and respectful of other people's wishes. You may push a person away by just simply doing what we call too much. You may push somebody away, and you don't want that, because right now we in divine timing where it's hard, especially with my generation, with relationships, to keep one. People dropping like flies. People come and people go. Nobody is, and I can't even say nobody, because only few people want that old love. And what is old love? I'm talking love that no matter the situation y'all together, loyalty is on 100, because loyalty is, man, it's going extinct for a couple of people. Just the understanding of, if I'm with a person, that I'm not only with them for what I think they are, but they still their own person. Like, all these different things to keep in mind while doing in a relationship. You want to be very mindful of the person who you're dating and try to get to know them to the best ability, because everybody isn't so open to telling their past. So you want to make sure that whoever you're dating is to the best ability, and when they are talking, listen. Make sure you listening and catching the details. And I don't mean just listening like, oh, I heard you. I mean listening as in embodying what they said to you, because um, it's very important to respect your partner in that sitting. My wife wrote me this note. She said, if you were across the sea and the world ended today, I traveled the whole sea just to get to you. Don't let don't let things like that go over your heart. You know, not everybody gets that type of love. And for the people who like, well, what if I'm in a happy relationship but the person probably thinking different? um, your best bet is to just be as positive and optimistic as possible about the whole relationship. There's nothing you can do. You don't own anybody. This clothes I got on me, these glasses on my face, the skin that I wear, the necklace on my neck, none of this belongs to me. It could all be taken away from me in an instant, and I'm very humble to say. So that's why it's very important to appreciate what you already have, whatever is in front of you. And always hold your own peace. Don't be dependent on your partner for your happiness and your peace. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. You gotta have that positive energy to create your own elevation. And it's not easy because every single day people are at war with the positive and the negative side of self. And everybody wants to become, at least to their best ability. It's a lot of people who are comfortable where they are with comfortability, but for the people who really want to become either a woman or a man, whatever God deems that to be, they know it's not easy, especially say you come from a toxic relationship where you had toxic habits. You don't want to bring that into your next relationship, or say, or if somebody else hurt you, you don't want to build old cages for new people. And um, I find that very important to keep in mind, to make sure you keep in mind that's attached to nothing. Like if my wife left me today, first of all, just off the word mine, she's not mine. You know, it's nice to hear you say, a lot of people, they like to say it because it sounds cool to hear coming out loud, but at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is nobody belongs to nobody. Live life not trying to possess anybody, but trying to enjoy people and trying to appreciate them for their present, because everybody won't be here forever, and especially in Avatar, so you want to appreciate those that you do have now, and you want to make sure that you're being open-minded to the fact that everybody is very different in their own way and unique beings. Even touching on the subject of friends, make sure with your friendships that you always being open-minded to the possibility of they could be a lifelong friend or they could be a temporary friend. Keep a mind that's open to everything, because at the end of the day, you don't want to hurt yourself by being attached to nothing. You don't even want to be attached to your thoughts. The thoughts that we own, like I said, 98% of the thoughts are not our very own, but the thoughts programmed to us our whole life growing up. So you only got that strong 2% that you really just thinking different outside the box, and you want to expand that 2%. True love is something that you never have to beg for. A true friendship or a true relationship is nothing that you ever have to go around and beg people to have. It comes naturally. And if it's meant to be what's yours, you don't have to chase, you don't have to force. It'll always be there for you. But if it's not meant for you, it won't be there for you. Being alone, essential, okay? Yin and yang of being alone. It's very important to balance the time of being with somebody and being alone, being around people and being around to yourself, having that sacred time to yourself to get your thoughts, your mind as quiet as possible, to just let the words flow like a river. And you're not trying to own any of the words, you're just watching the words as they flow through your mind. Like right now, what I'm just doing is I'm sharing knowledge that was pre-given to me that I had used into my own as a tool for my life to help me better explain through my vocals, almost like Bumblebee on Transformer. Anybody who know Bumblebee, he would use the radio to speak and to get people to understand him. But that's just symbology of how everybody is not 98% of your thoughts is not your very own. We gotta start unplugging from any form of technology, for the sense of we want to stray away from these people being able to manipulate us, because technology is not a tool waiting to be used, but a tool that is waiting to use us. Um, and for those who don't understand what I'm talking about, please go on Netflix or any online website where you can pick it up. Go watch The Social Dilemma. It's about speaking on the social dilemma of people. I'm sorry, Borb had distracted me a little bit. What you whining about? Always, I want to give advice to all the leaders and people who, especially boys, young men who want to become men in the family. Come here, over here, over here. Sit down, sit down, lay down, lay down. For the young men and young boys who want to become people who are family leaders, I want to leave y'all with these words of advice. Give me a moment. I ended up seeing this post, and I thought that I should share this with the world for them all to hear. For people who want to be family men, young men who want to grow up and be family orientated and a harmonious family. You got to really look at the man that you're with, especially speaking to young women who are currently in the dating field. You got to look at your man and question if he's actually a family man, not a boyfriend. Even getting him to be a great father doesn't mean that he's a family man. There's a whole different level of responsibility there. Family men center their family men center their partner and children to think outside of themselves. They make sure home is taken care of. Excuse me, they make sure that home is taken care of before hitting the streets to do whatever they want to do for themselves. They know that they know that they're part of a unit and that they're a team player. They're checking in and they're communicating. Lay down. We're not going outside or nothing. Lay down. Lay down. Jesus, take that wheel. Back to what I was saying. Family men center Family men center their partner and their children to think outside of themselves, and they make sure the home is taken care of before doing whatever they choose or please. They know that they're a part of a unit, they're a team player, and they're always checking in. They're communicating, and they're tuned in with the minds of the family. They're building a legacy with their women, and they're instilling family values in their children. They know that they know that the unit he's they know that the unit he's head of comes before anyone else, as in the kids acknowledge and they understand that you put the family before anything and anybody. All of the women are trying to fit boyfriends into a family man mold, but that's not going to work if they don't choose it. Life is about choices, and everybody always has a choice, rather if they choose to admit it or not. It's a choice to choose to admit it or not. And I want everybody to I'm just speaking strictly to young men right now. I want all of y'all to always be mindful of the people around you that you're leading, because people don't like blindly being led. Don't live in a facade, because it's so easy to lie to people and tell them, I'm here for you, I'm there for you, but then the second times get hard, you're nowhere to be found. If you're going to be a man of your word. Word is bond. Never give your word out lightly. Always make sure that if you're going to give your word out, you're going to stand on that and stamp it. But I just wanted to leave y'all with those words of encouragement. Make sure that y'all keep loving those truly and dear to y'all, and stay very understanding and respectful. Thank you. See y'all later. Peace to the gods and the
I
goddesses.
know I'm at that
Next
right
time
at
on
the
150 bucks.